Chapter 3 Jesus the Compassionate and Merciful. Jesus is the omnipotent one. Only those of humble disposition can recognize Jesus as the merciful one. Love of God cleanses and liberates us. Jesus said to the paralytic, "Get up, pick up your bed and go off home." Matthew 9:6. God's love flows through Jesus Christ. When the woman who had been suffering from hemorrhage for 12 years came up behind Jesus and touched the fringe of his cloak, the power went from him and healed her. Confirm Matthew 9:20-22. This beautiful created world is the sign of the power of God. It is this that power moves and corrects everything. There is holiness and perfection in this power, as He is the author and sustainer of life. Jesus extends this power of God by uplifting the human beings, giving helping hand to the poor, and feeling with the rejected and downtrodden in his life on earth. As he went ashore, he saw a great crowd and he had compassion for them, because they were like sheep without a shepherd, and he began to teach them many things. Mark 6:34. Jesus felt sorry for them and was moved by the situation. He provides for their material and spiritual needs. He makes it clear that this power is supernatural one. He is the uncreated one and is above all human and created laws of the world. Jesus said, "Come to me, all who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and lowly in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light." Matthew 11:28-30. The depth of his power is seen in his compassion in inviting all who labor and are heavy laden to go to him for strength and consolation. He extends his consolation to the poor and powerless. He brings liberation and wholeness to everyone. Jesus spoke aloud against all inhuman structures of the society, inhuman attitudes, unjust structures, and inhuman laws that pervaded the society and man. It was the supernatural power which uplifted the sinners, the poor, and the rejected ones of the society. So he interfered in the lives of many and brought holiness and light in their lives. Today, there is a tendency to keep ourselves aloof from the poor and powerless. There is a use and throw attitude toward the underprivileged and downtrodden. Do we cheat or bluff the poor in the society? It is with the marginalized of the society that Jesus related himself most. It was to these that Jesus made a strong and loving relation, thereby expressing his power of mercy and justice. Jesus gave justice instead of arguing for justice, and people were converted by his love and mercy. They became beautiful, worthy, and saintly. We have many examples in the New Testament of people who were transformed by his love and compassion. Mary of Magdalene, woman at the well, the woman caught in adultery, Zacchaeus, Matthew the tax collector, Paul and Peter the rock. It is good to be right and just rather than blaming others for their mistakes. Only Jesus could do away with the inhuman laws and governance. Jesus made it clear that authority is for service. Jesus was a challenge to the unjust authority, laws, and regulations of the society. He answered that whatever is of Caesar is for Caesar, and whatever is of God is for God. By saying this, he asked the authorities to keep away the destructive and malicious attitude and governance from the society. Of course, Jesus was a sign of contradiction. He taught that God is not far away, but God lives in the hearts of people. Jesus is the visible manifestation of God's love. Jewish laws punished the crime or mistakes done by the people, whereas Jesus gave forgiveness to the sinners and extended them the way to redemption. Laws find fault with man. Strictness of laws punished people and failed to correct them and was unable to win the people. Jesus showed the right way to peace and happiness. Such is the personality and attitude of Jesus, who is merciful. Jesus taught that real adoration of the Master should be in spirit and truth. Thus, he revealed that the core of religion is love. Religion becomes no religion when the core of its essence is lost. Jesus freed man from the clutches of laws and immorality. Thus, Jesus showed the right way to justice and love. Jesus made victory over death by the death on a cross. Risen Lord gave the spirit of feast to all, letting us acquire this attitude of His by being merciful and loving others in our lives. We become like Him when we are renewed by His Spirit and love.